3 resign from Auschwitz Museum Board over appointment of right-wing politician.
Here's a summary of the article.
3 members of the Advisory Council for the Auschwitz-Birkenau Museum in Poland resigned after the government appointed a member of the country's right-wing ruling party to serve on the body, the Associated Press reported Friday. The Culture Ministry appointed former Polish Prime Minister Beata Szydło to a 4-year term on the Auschwitz-Birkenau State Museum Council. The 9-member group of Poles meets once a year to advise the museum's director and is separate from the International Auschwitz Council, which is made up of Holocaust survivors and experts. The politician is a member of the European Parliament for the Law and Justice Party and grew up in the town of Oświęcim, where Auschwitz is located, AP noted. The outlet noted that the party, which took power in 2015, used museums, state media and other tools to push a patriotic vision of Poland highlighting resistance against German occupation. The fear is that this would be another move in the direction of making also the Auschwitz-Birkenau Museum part of their historical policy, Krajewski said of Szydło's appointment. Other members also left, including historians Marek Lasota, who also belongs to the ruling party, and Krystyna Oleksy, a former deputy director of the Auschwitz Museum.
This post received a score of 8,400, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Wow, she dropped a blatant dog whistle doing a TV spot at fucking Holocaust Museum. How dumb can you be?
Is it dumb when that's what she wants?
She even got 3 people to resign, meaning they can hire more right-wingers. Big bad evil guy, tactics there.
They may have just followed her sole recommendation regardless of what the rest of the committee did or said and just had their names attached via the institution. I don't know whether staying or going was the right thing to do, but I'm willing to bet they probably had a better idea of it than me, a Canadian.
I guess my point is that leaving just gives her more power. It's one of my biggest beefs with people in government of any sort. Don't resign. Make them fire you at the very least. Resigning is handing things to them, which makes no sense when you disagree with what they're doing. Now that they've resigned, they can't do anything about what she does, whereas they, presumably, and I could be wrong, had a chance before.
Staying could give them power too though. Your power specifically. Does that not condemn you to some extent as well? Why would they resign though? Don't cede it over to this person. I guess it did get everyone's attention, that is good.
Yeah, I think people need to start learning that resigning in protest doesn't work since the people they are protesting don't have good intent. They don't care about working together or actually doing a good job, so the less obstacles the easier it is for them.
Easier said than done though. When it's essentially your boss fucking up, you can't do much about it. Like a factory worker disagreeing with CEO. Unfortunately, if you're bellow, you're bellow. You can either work and hate your life or leave. It's easy to say someone else should stay and make a change when it's not you in that position. I agree with your sentiment, but it's always more difficult in practice.
I'm reminded of how many whistleblowers and longtime statespersons held out as long as they could bear within the Trump administration. Remember Mattis?
Reminded of what shameful enablers they were?
Kinda like adding David Duke to the board over the MLK Memorial.
Like naming Robert Mugabe UN's Goodwill Ambassador.
My God, what is happening with that facial hair? It's like his no hairs just keep going.
Booger Hitler.
I think this a bad move. Your voices are needed now more than ever. The opposition doesn't care if you leave. I think they prefer it.
Everyone has their personal limbs on what they can take, especially when they themselves can't do anything more, and staying just looks like acceptance.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.